So I said yesterday going into the game, like I like Patrick Mahomes and I love Andy Reid. But can we add some context to this thing and slow down on Patrick Mahomes? He is flash to this point. Some substance, but a lot of flash. And this morning I read the USA Today sports section, and they compare him to Dan Marino. No, I'm serious. They compare him to Dan Marino. Apparently nobody on that staff saw Dan Marino play. I'm going to go with Dan Marino's way better than Patrick Mahomes, and it's not close. Patrick Mahomes' first year as a starter is now 0-3 in his 3 biggest games. And Phillip Rivers, with his shot-put style, was the better quarterback late. By the way, Patrick Mahomes got the ball with 3.5 minutes left, fourth quarter, lots of weapons at home. Officials giving Kansas City some calls late, 3 and out. 3 and out. That's your game. Could have sealed it. But hey, he did try a left-handed pass, and he's got a snazzy headband, and his arm is Superman. And at the end of the game, you know who the better quarterback was? Phillip Rivers. Just like the end of the game, Tom Brady was better. End of the game, Jared Goff was better against him. Remember that? That was Goff's best game. For the record, the best Patrick Mahomes drive in the second half was aided by 2 awful calls against the Chargers. Now, for the record, Kansas City got hosed on a couple of first-half calls, but late, they were all going against the Chargers. The media does this. Phillip Rivers, I want you to, the biggest play of that night and one of the biggest of the season, Phillip Rivers on a 4th down. Keenan Allen's been hurt. They have no running game. Makes the throw of the year, and he did it with his right hand, not his left. Throw of the year by Phillip Rivers. In one of the biggest games of the year, that's the throw of the year. But he doesn't have a headband, and he doesn't throw left-handed. Maybe if we just put a headband on Phillip Rivers, let's do that. Let's put a headband here on Phillip Rivers. You know what? I got to be honest. I'm watching this. I like him more now. I think that headband's the difference.
He's more of a bolo tie guy.
Folks, I'm going to take Andrew Luck's neck beard and Phillip Rivers shot put and 5-11, Drew Brees and Russell Wilson. Give me substance. I don't want no-look passes. Give me a break on the headband. Give me a break. Look at the rookie quarterbacks I've had to deal with this year. Baker Mayfield's coach and coordinator got fired. Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen have defensive coaches and terrible offensive lines. And Lamar Jackson starting and his backup, you think his backup would help him? He's rooting against him, Joe Flacco. That's overcoming. Patrick Mahomes has gotten every break in the world. He gets drafted by a playoff team to a legendary play designer, gets to sit under a really cool veteran Alex Smith and learn for a year. Then he gets the fastest player in the cheetah, Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, weapons everywhere. They bring overpay for Sammy Watkins in a division with the dysfunctional Raiders and the historically kind of dysfunctional Chargers. I'm not saying I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I like him a lot. But USA Today compares him to Dan Marino today. The hell? What? Stop. He's 0-3 in his biggest 3 games. We do this all the time. The media falls in love with hype. Westbrook, Harden, Derrick Rose. No. LeBron. Agassi. No, boring Pete Sampras was way better. Beto O'Rourke. No, he lost the election. Settle down. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like him a lot. But we're going, slow down. Give it context. Andrew Luck came into this league with a shipwreck of a roster. No Pro Bowlers. Replacing a legend. Defensive head coach. A GM that got tossed out. No running game. Horrible O-line. Couldn't keep teams under 28. And he went 11-5, 11-5, 11-5. Patrick Mahomes had it perfectly laid out. The coach, the roster, the weapons, a year to learn under a veteran in kind of a dysfunctional division. I like Patrick Mahomes. But you know what? From now on, whenever I show Phillip Rivers, let's just put a headband on him. Because apparently that's what everybody's fallen in love with. That and the left-hand pass. But at the end of that game last night, the shot putter from North Carolina State, who's had his arse kicked for 15 years in this league and has never gotten the credit he deserved, made the throw of the year to his 4th best receiver. How many times do you think they even practice that? That's his 4th best receiver. He didn't have his best running back, Melvin Gordon. He didn't have Keenan Allen by the end of the game. He was on the road with a non-legendary head coach, with a young head coach that we're not quite sure. Is he good? Is he not? What is he? That was guts on an imperfect night when he had struggled early with some bad throws. Tip of the cap to the headband, now previously unheadbanded, now headbanded in the herd, Philip Rivers. What a night. Tom Brady is going to face the Pittsburgh Steelers this weekend. I just want to remind you, this is not a rivalry. Tom Brady is 11-2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are extras in Tom Brady's movie called My Trip to Another Super Bowl. They're extras. He's never lost to Pittsburgh in the playoffs. They've never denied him anything. In fact, Mark Sanchez and the New York Jets and Rex Ryan beat New England. In New England, they were 14-2. They have denied Tom Brady more, Mark Sanchez and the Jets, than the Pittsburgh Steelers. If this is a rivalry, it's a rivalry between a seal and a shark. I'm sorry, but they occasionally meet. Sometimes the seal escapes, but I don't remember any big wins for the seal against the shark. I don't. We think it's a great rivalry. We've been waiting for it to be a rivalry for 15 years, and it's not a rivalry. Pittsburgh, they're on, I would say this. New England, again, is on the road to a Super Bowl. And Pittsburgh's their speed bump. And it's a little discomfort. Make sure you got your coffee in the holder because you could spill some coffee. It may be a little bumpy. You slow down for it. You pay attention for it. But did you know there is no Wikipedia page for the Steelers-Patriots rivalry? We looked it up this morning. There's a Wikipedia page for Ollie and Frazier, Celtics and Lakers, Federer and Nadal. There's a Wikipedia page for Red Sox-Yankees. Do you know there's a Wikipedia page for the Ravens-Patriots rivalry? I'm not joking. There is no Wikipedia page for Tom Brady against the Steelers in the big rivalry because it's not a rivalry. Auburn, Alabama is a rivalry. Duke, Carolina is a rivalry. I've watched tennis rivalries. This isn't one. And oh, by the way, and I've Joyce from Pittsburgh, I like watching the Steelers. They drive me nuts, but I like watching them. Tom Brady yesterday said, I've got to be honest with you. I think I feel better today than I have all year. For our radio audience, I'm going to read these, and for our TV audience, I'm going to put them on the screen. Here's Tom Brady's career against the Steelers, including the playoffs. 11-2, 70% completions, 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a passer rating of 113. That is not Ollie Frazier. He's not getting hit. That is not McEnroe Borg. He's not, they're not winning sets.
You got to win some in order for it to be a rivalry.
Yeah, some.
This is just a game that the Patriots play.
Wikipedia does not have a page for the Steelers-Patriots rivalry, at least on the Google we use here at Fox. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.